My next 3-4 weekends are booked. We got holiday work parties, birthday parties, game nights. It just feels like a lot. I don't know about you.
What?
Is your weekends? How are your weekends looking like? For the month of December?
It's pretty packed.
Yeah.
It's pretty packed.
Social calendar on. What's happening?
Chaz didn't tighten us up.
Why you blame Chaz?
Huh?
Why you blame Chaz?
Because I wasn't on his mic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Random Ass Conversations with Twilla and
Dion
/__ Dion Lack. I had to fill in today because Twilla's original guest didn't show up. They had a bar mitzvah in Minnesota. So I'm usually behind the camera. I thought it was a good idea to fill in, to chime in, and speak with my friend to catch up because I haven't spoke with her in quite some time. So,
jeez, Dion, what a wonderful backstory.
Absolutely. And it's good to see you, Twills. Welcome back to the festivities. Welcome back promoting and pushing and marketing the brand of Lacktoast. I am Dion Lack, and this is
Twilla, Tangy, a.k.a. Twills, a.k.a. Tweezy, a.k.a. You didn't know I had so many a.k.a.s. I took that from you, right?
Mm-hmm. And you wanted to be a Delta. So,
yo.
What?
No.
You can't say a.k.a. you wanted to be a Delta?
What is that?
I was doing the a.k.a.
Uh-huh.
Can't say that?
I just don't be like, why are you putting black people's Greek life on our on our podcast? I know we're not in college, but I just thought.
Yeah, I was doing. It was a pun off of AKA.
Okay, whatever, y'all.
Golly, is that offensive?
How many times do we have to talk about this?
I didn't know it was offensive.
Just skip. Whatever, y'all. My birthday is December 18th. Yes, I'm talking randomly to the people here in this conversation.
Yes, if you are watching this live here on Lacktoast ENT, join us. Talk to us live. Turn the notifications. When we are live, you will see it pop up and you can talk to us and chop it up. If you're here watching us there with a good clean sound, you are not a part of the live. You're watching. And if you're watching it here, watch us live. Double up.
Rewatch.
Shout out to the Rewatch gang. If you are watching right now, click the link in my bio and Lactose bio and watch what you know about that. Watch 6 episodes. We are done. Season 1 is done. We're looking for season 2. We're waiting to see if the views go up and y'all have good response with the.
We want to know if y'all really liked it. First of all, can we say thank you all to this group of people who are on faithfully every week as well. Thank you for supporting it. Thank you. I'm talking to you here. And thank you there for watching it. We had fun on those lives, like the live portion of the show with you and the comedians. And then the comment section was great. Yeah,
we because of the comment section, we developed Thusky.
You said that extra hard.
So I was going to say thermal for some reason. We developed Thusky gear because of the comment section. I appreciate y'all, man. Thusky was a monumental moment. I would say episode 4 or 3. And from there, we just kind of Twills, in her brilliant mind, created some gear for us. And they're flying off the shelves right now. Thank you for who already bought some Thusky gear.
And if you were watching the show and you won, you were listed as one of the winners, and you haven't sent us which designed t-shirt or what size t-shirt you want, send it to us.
Yeah.
We're trying to send you a Thusky shirt on the house as a gift.
Yeah, Twilla is going don't send it to me. Send it to Twilla.
Yeah, do that.
I'm tired of being the middleman.
Dion,
And this
y'all
is the
be
reason.
stressing Dion out.
Yes, this is the reason why the gifts haven't been sent off yet, because I had the packages already ready to send. She's like, "Wait, hold on, we gotta do it the right way," which I know how.
I already let you handwrite on that envelope, so that's a thing already.
She's upset with that.
You handwrote on the envelope, and I got labels that say lactose. It's okay though.
She's a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. She's a perfectionist. She got upset with me because I was gonna mail it off as is, handwritten, and she's like, "Wait, let's add this. Let's add this into the package. Let's add this." And I'm like, "Yo, people from week 1 is like, yo, where's my stuff at?"
He was stressed, and I said, "Just let him know it's a process and it's coming."
Yeah. So.
Because you know what Devon said.
Ooh, Devon Franklin was a preacher today. Tell him what Devon said.
He said a lot, but one of the things that resonated with me was don't be hanging out with people that give you anxiety.
Oh yes.
Don't be. I told you this yesterday. Don't be giving.
First of all, I don't like when people touch me during church.
Oh, but it was so perfect because he was talking about patience, and I was like, I leaned in and I was like, Dion, like, so you don't have to like roll out of the car before it comes to a stop. That's the patience you need. And if you don't know Dion Lack,
we gonna talk about this.
We're gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about this.
This is the first topic for today. So Dion and I have a thing. Dion has a thing. Pretty much, if you're riding with Dion, and by the time he puts the car in park, takes the keys out, and like he hates to be out the car before the passenger because he's like, you literally had nothing to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like a matter of like 5 seconds. Like it's not a full. He'd rather you like pop out the car when it's not even at a full stop.
Stop it, man.
And it is annoying.
No, it is annoying. If you, this is what bothers me. This is what I'm seeing. If I'm parking the car, you had absolutely nothing to do. You had preparation. You could have put your shoes on. You could put your phone inside your purse. You could have, grabbed the paperwork. I didn't cut you off. You had all the stuff to do. You had all the stuff you could have done. But meanwhile, you're doing this, watching me as if you're my driving instructor. And when I park the car and I hop out and I'm like, why are you just getting ready now?
You know me. You already know me,
Why
Dion.
are you just getting ready to get out?
Okay, Dion, you know me, right? I get car sick, right? So I'm not the person who's going to be on my phone the whole time at all. I'm not trying to do too much movement at all.
So I'm impatient.
Yes.
You're just unprepared. Why would you taking your shoes off?
Why am I unprepared?
Why are you taking your shoes off?
Because my sciatica.
Why is envelopes on the glove compartment? Why is glasses in the visor?
That ain't never happened.
As soon as the car park, you be like, okay. I'm like, yo, the movie is starting.
I so rather meet you at a place so I could take my time getting out the car and not have to hear all this. Like, why am I rushing? Like, why is your energy just that? You know what I mean?
Who's in the wrong, y'all? Who's in the wrong? Come on. Let's talk about it.
You get car sick too? Yeah, I can't be looking down while driving and prepping and everything else.
Car sick from doing what?
If we are riding, right? You're driving, I'm riding. I'm in the passenger seat. I need to be looking at that horizon.
Right.
I don't need to be here, there, whatever. So all the stuff I threw in the car when I sat in the car, because you don't come to a full stop when you're picking somebody up. You got to hop in the car when he's coming, just roll in there. Now I got to pick up all the stuff that was scattered from me trying to run and hop into the car. And so when it comes to a full stop, that's the first time I can actually look down and get prepared.
Why are you unloading when we're going 3 miles away? Why are you unloading so much stuff?
I just said I had to throw stuff into the car because you were not coming to a full stop to let me in.
Let me tell you something. I am also the brother that would text you 10 minutes away and say I'm outside.
Yes.
Because you should be ready. I do not, if I'm picking you up, I do not like to wait.
Yeah, I don't have been outside. I was like, you said you were right around the corner. And you'd be like, oh, I didn't time that well. Meanwhile, he's exiting the highway.
Yeah. I like you to be ready. Like if I'm there, if I'm on my way, I try to do like this perfect, like with Android, you can do a scheduled text message. And I'd be like, Okay, I'm at a stoplight. Let me see. I'll be there in about 6 minutes. So I'll be like, I'm outside, and I try to time it perfectly. And then some traffic come. Oh boy. Hey, I'm outside. Damn it. All right. Well, good. So all we gotta do is just get here. That's the one thing I can say that I'm impatient with.
And then like, okay, first of all, this is funny.
What?
Why you gotta rush out the car? Y'all in a heist? Dion drive like a bank robber.
Hey, what the pastor said today is what you can't get back is time. My time is valuable.
This man be acting like 10 seconds is stopping him between this one and the next opportunity. Like, if Dion could brush his teeth and take a shower and poop at the same time, he would.
100%. My time is valuable.
But also, like, you gotta be in the moment.
When I talk to people on the phone, I am 100% doing something else.
And that shows. You can tell when Dion's not listening.
Yeah.
Like 100%. When Dion be like, yeah.
That's crazy.
He's not listening to you.
I am.
Dion, you're not.
I'm like, yeah. So earlier today, I was talking to Chaz. He had told a story about somebody getting shot. I was listening to him, and I just said, yo, there was also this dude that had got shot. I told the same exact story. He's like, what, you not listening to me? I'm talking the same premise.
Wow.
He's like, wait, that sounds exactly like.
So we just talking the same thing? We not paying attention?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
My time is valuable, man.
It is, but you also got to learn to be present in the moment. Like, not everything like that has to be rushed. And I think we already live our life kind of like go. That, like, little stuff like that just adds to it.
You can't tell me how to live my life. I'm happy with it.
But then it's the pressure that you bring. Like, you know, if I'm riding with you, that just adds stress. Like, I'd be like, man, let me keep all my stuff together in my lap so I could just fling off my seatbelt and roll out the car.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you don't understand why this is a great move. Like, if you are in the car, passenger seat.
You gotta be like this.
Yes, in the passenger seat.
You gotta be like this in the passenger seat.
I'm doing
Anticipating. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And I'm backing up.
Okay, all right.
I'm backing up.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I'm straightening it up. I'm straightening it up. Go. One more time. And I turn up like, yeah, there you go. Turn my push to start off.
And roll for real.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
yo,
time is valuable.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful. Like, we would have, I think at points, we would actually have real arguments about this. And now I just laugh at you.
Yeah. She said to me, Dion, I'm sorry. I don't know who trained you on this hurry up, get out, but I don't like it. You have to break this spirit. So what I do, I just make her feel uncomfortable. I'll just hop out the car and I just keep walking. I'll be around the corner.
And I'll just be like, you know what? I'll catch up when I catch up, because if it's that important to him, I need him to be there. But as for me, myself, and I'm going to take this extra 2.5 seconds.
Minutes.
However long it takes you to gather yourself to get out the car.
Minutes.
I'm going to take it. Break the spirit, absolutely.
No, I'm sorry.
I so want you to talk to a therapist about this. I will go with you because I need to know.
For what?
It's something.
No.
It's something.
It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm done with it because obviously you don't see the logic of
I hear you,
my
but
efficiency.
It's like some things that you do or overdo can be OCD, and that could be a moment.
Here's what it's like. When I cook breakfast, which I make great breakfast, by the way. When I cook breakfast, I cook 4 things at the same time.
Yes, that's efficiency in the kitchen.
I cook 4 things at the same time. So all of them are warm at the same time,
yes,
right?
That's efficiency in the kitchen.
Right. I'm valuing my time versus cooking one thing at a time versus starting the hash browns when the
Anybody that cooks agrees with this. We're talking specifically your need to tuck and roll out the car.
I'm not tucking and rolling. I'm just like
For the passenger to have to tuck and roll.
I'm just trying to understand why aren't you ready?
Like, why must you rust?
No, you keep it on me.
Okay, for me, like when I get in the car, first of all, I'm always have like my laptop computer.
Why?
I have my purse because usually if I'm going somewhere with you, work is involved.
You trying to say you have to be typing?
No, I'm just saying I will bring these bags. I usually have one or two bags, right? And then
every woman do.
And then you might have like the phone that I put right there, and what else? A drink. I'm not picking that up in one swoop, and I'm not taking my eyes off the road to get all this together so I can be made it that whole time without being car sick to get car sick in the parking lot. I'm not doing it. So give me a second, let me breathe, and let me gather my stuff. Car rides take stuff out of me. You know how many times I've gotten sick just riding in the car?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Good callback, whatever, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. That's the benefit of not being a driver. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna. No, I didn't read the other one.
She's relaxing. Read the whole thing in context.
The benefit of not being a driver, meaning you have nothing to do.
You can relax, and you don't have to do anything.
You got nothing to do. I can see if you're asleep. I'm like, hey, wake up. I can see that. But if you're watching how I'm driving, I'm not done. I'm done with this conversation. This has gone way too long. It's gone way too long. Yeah.
Whatever, Dion.
Yeah. Anywho, what you doing to talk about today, Miss Twills? I have to be very cautious on how I talk to you because you're on a different brand.
What do you mean?
Different brand.
It's in the brand that knows and loves Jesus and doesn't talk
crazy. Funny.
I don't talk crazy.
Who is this calling me? I got something to do today?
He taking calls or anything?
No, I'm not. Talk.
Okay, so first things first. Oh, I sent it to you. Where's my phone? Right here. 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up.
Major shout out to Moyo Spicy Original in McDonald, Zupper, Fifi, and the Zette. Love y'all, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Love y'all. Y'all in here. Appreciate y'all. Who else is up in here? Oh, y'all in here deep.
Did you see this when I sent it to you?
What's this?
Saudi Arabia reveals a $5 billion turtle-shaped floating city. And I sent this to you.
Yep, I seen
Why did I send it to you?
Because my book.
Yes. And I was like, this is crazy. First of all, it's shaped like a turtle. I don't know if y'all could see.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like buildings, and it's for like 600,000 people. And they're calling it a Tariat. And it'll become the largest floating structure ever built. And
600,000 people?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
Buildings, like there's buildings around the side. Like it's literally like, look at these docks. It reminds me of yours.
Right. 100%.
Yeah. Dion wrote a book, in case y'all didn't know, called Voyage of Truth. And it takes place, it's a sci-fi novel that takes place in a different world. Look at that house.
Wow.
It takes place in a different world. And in this world, the beings live on what's called a city boat, like large, because the planet's made of water. Mm-hmm. So in order they have to exist, they exist on these large structured city boats, which is kind of like this. So I sent that to Dion, and I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, that I didn't know it was 600,000 people. I thought it was maybe like a big boat, but 600,000 people, that's a lot of people. That's a city.
That's a city.
That's Los Angeles. How many people in Los Angeles?
More than that, like 4 million.
Oh. What city is 600,000 people? You think? Dayton, Ohio?
Nah.
Can y'all figure out what city has 600,000 people?
That's a great question.
I want to see how big this boat can hold. My city has under 400,000. Where you live, Nubs?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's great.
That building something that big can sink. I'm sure it can sink. Like the Titanic, they didn't think would sink, but I mean, I'm sure there's some issues. But maybe technology's come like long enough. I don't know if it goes from place to place, like in your story.
I don't think it travels. It might just be out there.
It's still crazy.
Would you want that?
No.
Like, would you, like, if it was like a city that was maybe 5 miles from the ocean, I mean, off of Los Angeles, and you know, it's kind of like a little getaway city.
Right.
You got to be an insane asshole to go there for a heist or something. You're on this ship, you know that, right? Because I'm sure it has a hospital, it has like, you know, restaurants. It'd be kind of difficult to.
Yeah, like I think getting the on and off the boarding process, because it's like, do you just take a ferry?
Yeah, back and forth.
Are there like
a bus?
And then are there like people who like drive their own private boats up? And
Yeah, I mean, if you live there, I'm sure you got the money for your own little boat.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Maryland has close to 600,000. Okay.
Okay. A mobile city would be great if it could avoid natural disasters. Just get out the way.
Ah, yeah.
Get out the way of that hurricane.
Yeah, they must have read my book, man. Speaking of my book, Voyage of Truth is available on Amazon. Voyage of Truth. If you want to support, watch, or listen, because we have an audio book, please download Voyage of Truth. We have the digital copy. We have the actual book that can be sent to your house. And we have an audio book, which was self-published by Lacktoast Entertainment.
Lacktoast.
Specifically Twilla, because I didn't do nothing.
You wrote it.
I wrote the book. But shaped like a turtle doesn't insist confidence. Yeah. It's also, why? Does a shape of the turtle...
It just...
What does that mean? Does it like, this will secure the upright?
Isn't that like a religious symbol for what culture? Like the turtle with the world on its back or something? I don't know. I could have made that up. Mm-hmm. But what I was going to say is that I feel like that, and then, you know, I sent another image of like this cloak, and I was like, this is what one of the characters wore. Yeah. It's just been popping up in my timeline.
Hey, man.
It's time for the movie. It's a sign.
It's a sign. It's 100% a sign that I need to revisit, because I did write the second book. Technically the third book. I wrote it. I wrote 3 and 4. I just haven't went back to proofread it.
Send that mug off to an editor.
Yeah.
Her name ain't Twills.
Well, it's not. I shouldn't say proofread. It's not even about. It's about my continuity.
Right.
I just need to. And what happened was, and this is what happens a lot of the time when it comes to writers. If you're not 100% focused, this is what tend to happen. You'll write a whole book, and you'll be like, "Ooh, I need to go back to this part to make this part make sense. So let me copy this part, and then put it here." So you go into the book, and then something happens. Like, oh, I spelled his name wrong. And you're like, let me finish this right here. Mind you, this part right here has been on that save.
Yeah.
You haven't dropped it back down yet. So I remember I saved like from page 13 to 14. I saved that, and I was gonna drag it to like page 56 because I wanted that part to fit. Mm-hmm. But then I was going through it trying to find 56. Like, where's that line at? Where's that line at? I want her to say it right here. Down. And I was like, I need to fix this part because that makes sense too. Let me add this right here. But I got so caught up on this part, which I wasn't even the original idea. I never pasted that 13 to 14 on 16. Now I left. I want to go get the lunch, and now I came back. Now I'm totally forgot. Now I'm like, I could have swore I wrote this in this book.
Yeah.
Now I don't know where it's at because it's still on my paste. Now I'm thinking like, was I dreaming that? Or did I write that down? So that's why every time I'm done with my script or book, I will email it to myself. So that's my copy as a backup.
And when he says himself, he also means Twills. I get a bunch of random emails and texts with like Dion's information. Like, what?
Yes.
And I know they ignore.
Yep. Confirmation codes. Mm-hmm. Me and Twilla has a relationship that we get. Brian Brodus. I know that's a note. I know to ignore that. Confirmation code 5963949B3. I know that's not for me.
That's not for me, so it's fine.
It's just a quick note. Who can I send this to immediately?
How was your Thanksgiving, homie? Did you have like a good low vibration plate?
Why are people saying that? What does that mean?
You see that lady when she was like, the difference between your plate and mine, like they look at your plate and that's low vibrations. They look at my plate and they know that's a queen. Basically, it was just like how much food and what type of food she had on her plate. Mm-hmm. And she was like all in her girl's plate. Like, see, you let them put, because the girl was like, well, they put it on my plate. You let them put it on your plate. And that's what people are going to think about you. It made no sense. But she just called her plate low vibration. And I was like, this is me going to get low vibration plates. Because
I've seen people make fun of that, but I've never seen the original.
The original, she was like, that's why you my coach. You my coach.
Oh, you know what that means? Like low vibration.
Low vibration plate.
Yeah.
Then both their plates look like, I mean, they were both using paper plates. At a cookout, how high is that vibration? It's not like we were at Nobu with the...
Let me ask you this. When do you use paper plates?
At cookouts.
Only at cookouts?
Or like, if it's like a bunch of guests and we just doing like a house party, I might use plastic plates, but disposable plates, for that.
Yeah, I do judge a lot of the people that use it...
Every day? What did you like?
Yeah. Cause I was like, I get it. You don't want to wash dishes. I get it. But I was like, you just burning through a waste of the environment right now.
Like my sister and I, well, we're our mother's kid, but we say, like we believe in, and I say my sister because we're roommates as well. So basically, we believe like you should elevate your everyday. So like, you know how like people save like their fine china and stuff to use for like when guests come over? We don't have fine china, but we got pretty plates. So, it's like sometimes you just want to sit down and fix a pretty plate, make it look all nice and put your drink in a nice glass and enjoy that, making sure it's pretty. Because I think like that goes back to like life being so boom, boom, boom busy that you don't sit down and just enjoy like the little tiny moments and like self-care yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like enjoying those little things. Like I love eating off my little pretty plates and sipping from my
But you also you use a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
I mean in a ridiculous amount.
I don't think it's a ridiculous amount. You don't use, I use the proper things to like cook and stuff.
When Twilla cooks here, she used every single measuring cup and every single, 2 teaspoons, dishes. 4 cups, dishes. You gotta have butter, slice, butter, dishes. You don't double up on stuff.
I do double up on stuff.
Like, I'd be like...
and I double up on stuff, but I don't necessarily use the same utensils for each thing. Like, I'm not going to use a spatula to stir, but you might use that same spatula to stir something else.
No, I wouldn't.
So I'm saying, like, I use different utensils. I'm going to bring out the garlic press instead of using my knife. And I'm not going to use the steak knife when I can use, like, the bigger chopping knife. So that's when I bring out multiple utensils. Yeah.
And guess who's stuck with the dishes?
Well, if the dishes were out the dishwasher, I'd have made sure they were clean.
What I'm saying is, yes, you're cutting up the garlic. Yes, you're cutting up the chives. Like, you don't have to use different dishes for each sort of
Some
thing.
Some things you do use it helps to chop better.
Just use the biggest, strongest knife for everything.
That's not how knives work. Like, your knives get dull when you use them wrong. I'm trying to help you out.
Because you're cutting butter? if you
don't use the same knife to cut bread that you would use to cut steak, that you would use to cut veggies, is what I'm saying.
Well, OJ thinks differently. Hey, Zup, you can kiss my afro, all right? So
now,
knives cut, all right? If you're preparing food, knives can be used for everything.
I'm just saying, Dion, maybe you should elevate yourself a little in the kitchen, like when you're cooking breakfast that you are really good at cooking. You know, maybe your veggies and your chopping will be a little bit more finer if you do it the right way and use the right knife.
That's how vibration talk right there, Twills. I'm just repeating what Mario said.
But I definitely, like, I cooked some meals on Thanksgiving, some food on Thanksgiving. If I'm cooking for real, I don't do it when I'm around Dion. I should. But I'm definitely like a clean as I go type person, or at least loading the dishwasher as I go, because I don't like cooking in a mess. I don't. Or like having a mess when I'm done. Because I know I'm going to use a bunch of dishes.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. I was like, man, there's no way this...
But did the food taste good?
You can cook, Twills. You can cook really well. I'll give you that. No punchline. No Bluetooth. I need for y'all to understand this also. I need for y'all to get on this. Because we're going to try to make this a thing for y'all. Me and Twilla has this thing. I will compliment her. And she'll say, oh, wow. Thank you, Dion. And then I'd like to... I want y'all to understand this. We'll give you an example. Like, Twilla? No. Here's an example, all right? And scene. You look really nice today.
Thank you, Dan.
Hold on, let me call you back. Twilla think I'm talking about her. So I do that. I do that all the time.
All the time.
So when I compliment her or give her some sort of affirmation, she's like, no Bluetooth.
Because you don't trust it all the time.
So sometimes that
it's annoying. You just gotta know.
So sometimes I slip up and say her name. Like, no, you said Twilla. Like, Twilla, you look really nice today.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dan.
I'm like, hold on, let me call you back. No, you said Twilla. So, yeah. So when you hear us say no Bluetooth, like, hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. No Bluetooth. That means I really mean it. I need y'all to get in on our inside jokes, because I get her way too often.
Way too often.
I got a new watch band, but it's too big.
Oh yeah, I'll fix it.
You gonna fix it? I got a new watch band. See how flap? They're like some loose socks right there. I gotta take up one of the links.
Oh, y'all, socks. Let's speak on socks. I have 2 pair of sneakers. You said this.
Okay.
I'm triggered. A pair I wore today that I don't wear as often as I would like, because they cause the socks to slip down. And so, like, if you're not wearing, so usually with those, I know not to wear the no-show, because the no-show just slip right under, and then you're just miserable as you're walking, or whatever you're doing. So then you put on the longer ones, and they still, like, are grabbing the sock down, and I don't know what to do. I need tips. Like, I put on my higher socks today, and it still was, like, sliding down. And I don't know if
you need smaller socks.
Smaller socks?
When do you throw away socks?
When they get dingy.
Yeah?
Dingy socks.
You just don't know how to wash clothes.
No, after you had socks for a while, they start getting dingy, wear and tear on the socks.
When they start getting crunchy?
Crunchy?
You never had crunchy socks?
What's a crunchy sock?
Oh, man.
Do y'all have crunchy socks? Do y'all have crunchy socks?
You ain't had crunchy socks? When to the point that you've washed and bleached these socks so much, you be like, no? Y'all know about crunchy socks.
What is a
Hey, Nubs, you know about crunchy socks? Come on, man. They've been bleached so often that it has no soft cushioness.
Nobody knows what crunchy socks are. You're on your own, homie.
No. Yeah, there you go, Nubs, my God. Yeah, that means them socks has been in your life for at least 10 years.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, they on their string. Yeah.
I ain't never experienced that.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I'm talking about clean ones. I ain't talking about after masturbating or something like that. I ain't talking about those socks. I'm talking about my mom used to be like, okay, Deon, we throwing these socks away. To the point when you pull them up, the top part just rips off.
What is your life?
Yeah. You pull them up like this, and the top part of the band, like, you're like, oh, wow. I didn't.
So it's like, no, like it shouldn't happen. Like you should throw away your socks. I think I actually lose socks before they get to a point. Like, you know how the dryer be taking one sock and you left with another sock.
I think everybody should throw away all their socks, right? Start over, and just buy in bulk the same pair, right? But short ones and tall ones, right?
Okay.
And now you don't have no problem pairing them.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But like some shoes you want like black socks. There's some shoes you want the white socks that's the black. You have to have like different color socks sometimes.
What's the benefits of long socks?
For me, they look cute with an outfit.
On jeans?
Or boots.
Yeah. Benefit of short socks for shorts, right?
Like if you're wearing shorts or shorter pants and you don't want them to show.
Right.
Or you want them to show but not fully.
Let me say this real quick. Moyo, if his socks is crunchy before, you better watch out for that. If his socks is crunchy before the wash, do not touch it. Do not touch it. You better pick that up with a spatula.
Oh no. Because
it's flat and crunchy. Crunchy socks after a heavy rain. Yep, the worst, best time. Yep. My socks drawer is ridiculous. I have a problem when it comes to socks. Man. Yeah, man.
I have a pair of like socks I wear in airplanes, like a pair of compression socks. You know, so you don't swell during a flight. And I only wear them on the plane. And I had this one pair, and right before I was going to Maldives, I was like, let me pull these socks out. Could not find them. Like that morning, I had to go to go to CVS to get the same pair of socks. But it's just like, where did this one pair go? I don't wear it like that.
I broke up with a girl one time because she had on long johns. Remember long johns? She had the whole outfit.
Why'd you break up?
It didn't. That was her go to bed outfit. She was sexy on the top. Like,
it's kind of like the flannel PJs though, like the onesies.
It felt. I didn't break up with her. I just didn't see her no more. We weren't together.
I just didn't see her no more.
I didn't.
I ghosted her. It just. You remember on cartoons when they had a little flap where the butt come out? Yes.
When they had that whole onesie outfit and the back come out for her to poop.
That's what she had?
No, she had the actual long johns on, but I was just like, it just felt like she was Scrooge McDuck's side chick. And I was like, it just feels weird.
Were y'all in Ohio?
We were, we were,
I was like, she was
sophomore
in LA
year.
With that. I was like, she wasn't in LA with that.
Sophomore year in high school. I was just like, you look silly. Oh, it's not that cold outside. It was that cold, but it didn't feel sexy no more. It felt very
young Deon.
Yeah.
Problematic.
Deon dipped out like Willie Coyote. Hilarious. Yeah, it was cold. That would be weird if it was blazing hot outside.
That's what I said. Like now, stuff like that you break up over.
I got eczema. I don't want you to see my skin. He was 9, Deon. Don't start that mess. Hey, let me tell you something, Moyo. Let me tell you something. Don't do it. Let me tell you something.
Don't do it.
The internet is real. They start off early.
Now she's gonna go pop her nephew for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. So you said she didn't want you to see nothing. That was like armor. Here's a fun fact. Man talking to women. Save your lingerie. Save it. Save the lingerie. You know what's more sexier than lingerie? T-shirt and panties. It's a big not even t-shirt. Wife beater and panties.
Let's not call it a wife beater.
What do you call it?
Tank top.
Tank top? Mm-hmm. They didn't call it muscle shirt?
Or muscle shirt, whatever you call it.
No bra, tank top, panties on. That's more sexier than lingerie. What you got something to say? What you got?
Woman talking to man. We don't always wear lingerie for y'all. Okay.
What are you wearing it for?
Self. You like to feel sexy when you go to bed.
Up on your outfit?
You might want to feel sexy when you go to bed.
You feel like you about to get a cavity surgery? Oh my God, officer! You just caught me like this. You like?
Again, not for man.
It could be a woman.
For self.
Who's giving you a
I
cavity
just said
surgery.
for self. You said, oh my God, officer. It's not for anybody
You don't
else.
think an officer can be a woman?
My point is, it's not for anybody else but yourself at times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But what'd I say?
You said save your lingerie. You opened with that. Mm-hmm. And you said man talking to women. And I heard the rest of what you said.
That's the most important part of the conversation, though.
No, I just wanted to go back and let you know.
As in the preference.
We also can keep our lingerie and do what we want to do with it. Because it's for us.
You just taking some IG pictures?
Go to sleep in it. It'd be so fun to sleep in something silky
What
and
woman
sexy.
prefers to sleep in panties and bras?
When was the last time you were a woman? Help me out.
When was the last time you were a woman?
You be asking questions like you get it, like you can relate.
I'm almost certain nobody prefers to sleep in lingerie. I'm almost certain that no one wants to sleep.
I love it.
You like to sleep in a thong?
Yes.
You like to sleep?
Or whatever the lingerie is, I prefer. Like, I just want to go to bed sexy sometimes.
If somebody say, hey, question, do you want to put a belt around your nipples and in your crotch?
What type of lingerie? Okay, first of all, your idea of lingerie went straight to BDSM, whatever. Like what? Yes. Like
leather.
What?
What buttons?
What? It's wrong with you? You want a dominatrix? No.
Don't give her no love. Y'all don't love Twilla.
I love you guys.
Y'all give her a high
y'all
five.
Encouraging me.
Yes,
Thank you.
Twilla, yes. Tell them. Yes, that's for us. It feels nice against our skin. Yes. Twills with the grenade. I love her. We like how we like how we look at it. Yes. Sometimes I like to wear it just to see myself. And when I walk past my full-length mirror.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Incorrect, okay. Dion. You sexy. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Appreciate that. To answer your question, I hate the way he kissed. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? To answer your question, I hated the way he kissed. Who kissed?
You have to get back in the...
Oh, boy. What are we talking about? Not fetish wear. Clamps and whips. I don't like thongs unless it's flip. Where I go? Flip flops.
I gotta do this. I'm getting a headache from this.
Yeah, but you gotta do what?
Take my hair down. Mm-hmm. It's getting a headache.
I don't like thongs. Oh, flip flops. Dion went dominatrix gear. Not Dion trying to do my accent. No, it's with the. Hold on. This is a good question. When I talk like this, yes, girl, yes. You better work it, girl. You better work it, yes. I'm gonna ask you this: does that sound like a gay man or does that sound like a black woman?
Both can be true.
It can, but I need for y'all to when I first did it. Does it sound like a black woman?
I thought you was a black woman.
You thought it was a black woman?
Yes.
But hear from other women. Yes, girl, you about to work it. Yes, hunty, yes, girl.
You're a black woman. I feel like you're impersonating a black woman.
I don't know how to switch it over to the gay guy.
Well,
but that
tap in, tap
see,
tap
and
in.
it just said gay man.
Oh, see, I didn't get that vibe at all.
That's valid. I don't know about sleeping in it, but sometimes to feel and the look of the material is great. The lingerie makes my wife feel sexier, which makes the sex better for me. Nice. Dion about to come out with a line of Dion Matrix. Nice. Nice, Dion Matrix. And what feels like the Dion Matrix? Whoo, when I shoot. I'm about to come. All right. Let's see what they say. When you do it, gay man versus what?
Black woman. That was the question.
I know, but when you do it, I mean, I don't know who else said it. In this context, it's a black woman. Boom. We're going back and forth. It's giving Billy Swings. Young rogue, young lady versus flamboyant young male. Which accent does Dion perform better? My brother tells a friend of mine. What? My brother tells a friend of mine. Rogue could be ratchet as well.
You're hilarious.
What'd I do?
I'm just saying you're a hilarious person.
No Bluetooth?
No Bluetooth.
Thank you.
It was the, yes, auntie. Mm-hmm. Like the way you don't do that often. Like you might do like, yes, or go off then, sis. But that's about it.
But I had to do the accent. I had to do it.
Yeah, I have to, but it was
I had to do it to be, teeter the line of who do I sound like? I had to keep going.
Sassy Dion is the new trend.
Sassy.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, we out here. Appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with us.
So I'm thinking of our schedule.
Twilla's birthday month is coming up.
And you know how we get down.
Your birthday, she will be 31.
Good job.
In 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when we're gonna do this again. We might have to do it a weekday because I get my hair did next Saturday. Next Sunday is game afternoon.
Gay?
Game.
Okay.
Not game night, game afternoon, since we're doing it on a Sunday. Then you're out of town the following weekend. And
yes,
my
auntie.
birthday party weekend.
Yes, I'm going to Ohio. in 2 weeks.
And then the following weekend is my birthday weekend, and I'm out of town too.
Yep. We might have to triple up with no assists.
Yeah,
I might be on Squadcast tomorrow.
Squadcast never called me.
Because you're never available.
My B-Day is December 18th, but I celebrate the whole month of December. Well, up to like December 20th, because my sister's is December 25th, and I guess we got to let her celebrate or something. Whatever.
Your birthday is a week from your sister's, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's childish.
How's that? I didn't have nothing to do with that. How was that childish? My dad's is on the 27th.
Oh, 27th December?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, yo.
It's hard times in this.
I need to know what time period they started.
Think about this. Our birthdays are October, November, December, January. So 4 months.
They had a ball.
It's 4 months.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Have you ever thought about when did your parents consume you? What month they was like?
Consume.
Is it consume? What is it?
Consummate.
Consipate.
Nope.
Regurgitate. What is it?
You just.
What is it? Consummate.
Yes.
I
Consume is eat.
Conceive. No, not conceive. Consummate. What is it? What are they saying? Different things. What's happening? Yeah, help me out.
They're picking
conceive. Help me.
Conceive is a,
But what did you use?
I said consummate. Like, that's when you consummate a marriage. Conceive is actually when you...
So you messed up too. So
I
you
did.
laughing.
But I didn't say consume. It was still in the sex world.
Why can't they consume? What consume mean?
To eat.
Oh, you don't know how mom's been acting. You don't know what dad was doing. You know? That was the pregame. They got warmed the oven.
But they don't consume you.
They said, hey, let's go for a second round. Then we had
Or purchase you.
Then we conceive. My birthday's in March, so it sucks. You can't do math backwards when it comes to months. So I'm thinking September. I was like sweetest day. September. No, that's September. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Is it 8 months? 9 months?
Actually 10 months if you want to be correct.
So I would say summertime loving. My dad had some summertime loving.
How did your parents know each other?
My mom met my dad at a motorcycle club.
Your mom rode bikes? Or she was just around?
Just around a bunch of bad boys.
Oh.
And yeah. Got some sexy time.
That's what's up. You ever wonder, like, what was the line?
Sometimes the pre-kids are consumed.
What was the line that got your parents used on each other?
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh,
what was it?
That's a bar. What did your dad say to your mom, or what did your mom say to your dad was like, hey, I want sex with you. That right there pushed me over the ledge. Because at first I didn't like him.
But, that made me laugh. Like, I don't know, like, the story of, like, my parents becoming friends. But I just remember, like, my mom was like, I remember the first day your dad was in the class because everybody was talking about the African kid with the accent. And somebody asked my dad his social security number. And the teacher didn't understand it because his accent was so thick. And so my mom was interpreting.
Aww.
And then, but, like, they said, the way he says zero is like zeto. And so by the time my mom was repeating, she started saying it with my dad's same accent.
Oh.
It's like,
he said, thank you. You translated that for me.
And then they were just friends for a long time. And then somewhere along that time, they had me.
Hey.
Yeah, no?
Hey. Yeah, man.
Who said, your parents grew up in the same village out in Lebanon, but how did they meet each other? Was it like an arranged situation, or did they like accidentally bump into each other at the market and then like, or did they go to school together? Like stuff you need to know. December, Moyo. 1 in December, 2 in Jan, 1 in Feb, then younger sister in June.
Yeah.
Traverse the timeline around my dad's birthday. That's funny.
He was having some good nookie. Happy birthday to me.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
That's
he was
funny.
my mother's teacher. Oh boy. Okay. He said, when you get out of school, when are you?
Parents been at work. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mother's teacher is really interesting. I had a teacher. Her husband was her teacher at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were both our teachers, so we just look at Mr. Jones differently. like
It's only creepy when the male is the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
When you graduate.
I think he was like a first-year teacher, and then she went off to college or something and then came back teaching at the same school. But the way they told it was like...
Mm-hmm. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
It's kind of cute when it's reversed. It's like, yeah, man, she was 3 years older than me, first year teacher. I was in high school. Went to college, and then I went back, and I was like, you know what? She changed my life. And one thing led to another, and here we are, 5 kids later.
Jeez. I'd just be like, I remember what type of student you were. I don't want none of that. Oh, not high school, university. Got you.
Okay. Is that a problem? If we're all adults,
It happens way more.
right?
Yeah.
Right. In college, is that illegal? When you
No, I think there's like a certain morality. We used to play this game in college called, I forget what it was, but it was like coins.
Who's sleeping with the professor?
Well, we would always ask that question. Mm-hmm. Be like, who in here just slept with the professor? I just remember it's the coins game. I forget what it's called, but the lights are out and you just hear you say, I never have I ever, and you name something and then you throw a coin in. Mm-hmm. And so we were getting to the end of it and it was like, never ever have I slept with the professor. And you just heard one coin go in. And so somebody was like, yo, turn on the lights. Who was that?
Who was that? I need to know.
I think we all knew who it was too. We were like, yeah, she did.
That's why she got straight A's, huh? You got to be a vile human being if you sleeping with a student, you still failing them.
Like you just didn't do the work.
It's like, hey, that has nothing to do with your grade. You performing in the bed, but not in the classroom.
I would hope that we could all be adults about this. Watch me be an adult as I go and speak right now to your dean. Because I'm petty.
Would you be petty?
Yes.
You're like, hey, you failed me? You didn't turn in nothing. I have nothing to show for you. I turned in these legs. I turned up these legs.
You think I wanted this?
It just happened.
You'd be like, you were the professor. You took advantage of me. Go to the dean, report this. I didn't play with my grades in school. I sure didn't. I sure would.
Would you? Good question.
I'm telling everything. Yeah. Exactly.
So y'all, if you were sleeping with the professor, hypothetically, if you were sleeping with a professor in college, would you still bust your butt to do homework? Or would you be like, hey, man, I got this one in the bag? You know what I'm saying?
I would probably bust my tail. It depends on the class. Like, if it's an elective, no. But if it's a major class or whatever, I would. Because I need to know it's my major.
But what is this like, it's...
If it was like an elective, like European history, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, that's the class you do it for the one you don't care about.
She said the professor will do my homework. Exactly. In McDonald, I ain't doing no work. I had to do this in sex talk, in pillow talk. We'd be on top of like, you sure? I ain't got to turn in nothing. I will give you the best.
I'd just be like, can you just give me the answers? Like, I just want to check my answers. I just want to check my answers against my
But it's
homework.
not answers if it's what if it's like a resume? Not resume.
A paper?
Yeah, I can't help you with that. You haven't turned in nothing.
You thought I was going to do that paper when? In what spare time?
I've been spending it with you.
I was busy.
We watched the whole season of Breaking Bad together. And you was breaking me bad.
So therefore.
So y'all will, maybe someone of the tutorial. So tutoring.
No, dog. I got blackmail on him. And I want to be passing other classes as well.
What even funny? What if you just dicking down a bunch of professors? You just like, I ain't went to school.
I need this 4.0.
Now the professors, all the professors for you is like, wait, you slept with Dion too? Then the mail come up like, I slept with him too. What?
Yo, it's hard not. It's hard. You have to do what you got to do to be up top. Especially if you got grad school to consider.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you got college, you passed college, cool. But if you're trying to get into a competitive grad school program and you need to stand out, hey, I
slept with everybody.
I did what I had to
do.
do.
For 4 years, I slept with 36.
Now this person is your doctor. They don't know no biochemistry. Oh, no.
So how did you graduate? Was it cum laude? What is it called? Cum laude?
Cum laude.
Help me!
Summa cum laude.
Summa cum laude?
Summa cum laude.
You assume I knew that? A summa cum laude valedictorian?
Homework day. Here's these photos, Professor. Also need an A on my report card. Thank you. All the professors.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking back to college and thinking about what wasted time, what classes I struggled in. Mm-hmm. Be like, there's no way I'm going to pass this stats class, so let me change my major real quick.
But Deanne, why is all your teachers women? I just like the authority of women.
Well, you signed for a class, you thought it was a woman.
Oh boy.
Or they switched professors right after the drop period. So you can't drop the class. How are you gonna what are you doing, Dion?
Is he bisexual?
And if you just hoping.
He's married. Oh God. He's married too. Oh God. Any tutors in the chat?
To retake Spanish. Hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Y'all are a mess.
Yes.
Hilarious. Okay.
You just hope he's about him.
What? Oh, y'all are horrible.
Oh, man. That was fun, y'all.
Yeah. I miss talking to y'all. This is great.
Yes. You guys are awesome. 16 of them in the chat.
14 likes, but 16 in the chat. Let's get some more.
Give me some likes, man. Let's see if the likes can go higher than the chat.
Mario.
What you say?
Lord Dion's tongue.
Kumolu Lao.
Now you know better.
A summa cum laude, right?
Summa cum laude.
What does summa cum laude mean?
With much praise. With much praise, with great praise, or something like that.
But what does that mean? I know that's the definition.
It's like honors. Like you got a certain GPA, like a.
So is that the same as valedictorian?
No, valedictorian's first in the class.
So can I be both?
Yeah.
Can I be one or the other?
Like you can graduate summa cum laude without being a valedictorian.
So that means like I was like summa cum laude is like a percentage of the class.
It's like not necessarily. It might be like the top 10% or something like that, but not necessarily the top 2 or 3 in a class.
I'm learning this right now. I am a second-year dropout.
You graduated high school, boo.
No, in college.
They have these in high school too, boo.
I didn't know this. What I'm saying is I didn't make it to the point of comparing grades. Because my first year in college, I went to Thomas More, Kentucky, and then when I came to LA, my grades never transferred. Oh. So I was a freshman again. Oh. And then I had to take all these classes all over again. And then when that school in LA found out that I was an out-of-state student, they tried to hit me with out-of-state fees. And I was like, I'm out. And so I never knew why. Yeah. I was like, I'm not doing this. They tried to, because in California, it's free.
For you to be here,
yeah. If you're California residents, it's free. So when I tried to hit him with the out-of-state fees, I said, I'm done.
I get it. That's why my parents were like, you were going into an in-state school. We got 4 of the kids behind you. So if you don't get these full rides, somebody's going to have to pay for it. Yeah. So that's why I went to an in-state public school. But by the time my youngest my parents were like, you're in California, you go to California too.
Look what she said in Canada, we don't have any of those things.
Out-of-state college fees? Yeah.
Well, Nubs and McDonald said we don't have such things in Canada, as in summa cum laude and valedictorians. And then Nubs was like, man, out-of-state fees. Then Zup really hated on us.
I mean, it's true. They don't want you to learn out here. It's really crazy because it's like, if you want to be for a nation that needs to be competitive, especially when it comes to the job market, when it comes to like certain things like coding and science, all the STEM stuff, science, technology, all that, you would think that they would want to invest and make sure as many people are learning and able to go to school and graduate. But the way that they charge for college, you'd be like, or I can just acquire the skill and figure it out on the regular workforce versus like, I'm not going to become an engineer because y'all don't want me to. Like, I can't afford it. So I'm thankful for having our Learn and Pay Later that we got. Learn and Pay Later? She says they do have valedictorian.
What was she talking about then? She said we don't have that in Canada.
Coding can be learned outside of college. You can definitely pick up a course on coding. Yeah, I'm the oldest of 5. That's on.
And I'm older than her. But I'm the baby of the baby of the baby. My Suma?
Mm-hmm. So y'all don't have you have valedictorian, but do you get anything? Is there anything similar for being like in the top percentile of your grade or having a certain GPA? Like in college, you'd be like Phi Beta Kappa, invited to Phi Beta Kappa if you had a certain GPA, or Academic Honor Society, anything? You know, like the surprise, like our senior year, the surprise was learning your friends that was super smart. Like you assumed all y'all were like regular smart.
Yeah.
But I have one of my girls who was like, you know, she was always making Dean's List, but like she was always studying, being like, I don't know, y'all, I'm about to fail this. And she would make okay grades. She was like, oh, I did okay. Turns out this girl had like a 4.0 wow. GPA. Courtney, you met her before, I think. My girl Courtney. And she was like Phi Beta Kappa. Like you read the Phi Beta Kappa list and you were like, oh, so you smart. Like you really intelligent. Like,
I tell the people this all the time. I breezed through high school. My high school was not the best at all. I was a jock. I was the class clown. Mm-hmm. I was the MC for all the talent shows. I was the silly guy. Everyone loved me. And a lot of the teachers is kind of like, he's going to make it. I know it's not great.
I was just saying my experience is way different.
I know it's not great. And when I found out my GPA was like a 2.3, I was like, y'all passed me, but
on
damn.
Purpose?
That's like my whole high school.
On purpose?
Like my freshman and sophomore year was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Junior year, when I started to smell myself, I lost a bunch of weight. I got the growth spurt. That's when like I became somebody. And we had like a trash senior year. My junior year, we had like a trash senior group. Mm-hmm. So we became like the more popular group. And so now I feel like I had like 2 senior years.
Reese Boys, I tell you.
The Reese Boys.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was in the books. I was a nerd. Like I was reading. We had summer reading. I was reading it in the summer. I was doing my homework, writing my papers, taking all the AP classes. Because I knew exactly. I had a plan. Twilla knew at 7th grade she wanted to go to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. So she knew exactly what GPA she needed to have, what classes she needed to take, and that's what I did, and that's where I went. But I was also like really painfully shy. I want to say painfully shy. I was really shy. I didn't trust people. I thought everybody was like out to pick on me. And I'm sensitive now, so you can imagine how sensitive I was then. Yep. And then I think it was like I did like a summer program right before the summer before senior year, and I guess around that time I broke out of my shell. And so when I came back to high school, everybody was like, "This girl is really silly. This girl, she be cracking jokes, you know." Yeah. We thought you was stuck up all this time. Y'all thought I was stuck up? I just thought y'all was mean, so I didn't talk to nobody.
I would say 2 years ago, I couldn't have had you do this. When I tell people a lot, Twilla is a lot of fun when the cameras are off and no one's around. Twilla's a lot of fun. She be having the most quickest jabs.
Me?
No Bluetooth. Like she's very funny, but when I be like, it takes a while for her to warm up in front of people. But I think when she starts to see familiar faces like y'all that come in and show love, she feels like y'all part of the family now. Thank y'all for having the likes higher than the people here. Thank y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Nubs, I see your comment. How does it feel to be the oldest daughter of your family? It's cool, like this weekend I went on the whole thing. I said, I'm gonna start demanding respect from you guys. Like, I need the same level of respect. I told y'all my dad's Cameroonian. They celebrate the oldest sibling, usually the oldest son. Like, my dad is the oldest of 8 kids, and they all like revere him, and it's like, well, brother said we must do this, so we're gonna do it. They just listen. My siblings don't give me such respect at all. And I am the family manager. I take my responsibility seriously. And I won't say that. My siblings love me. But
they rely on you a lot.
I don't know if they rely on me.
They rely on you. Hey, Twills, can you take a look at this? Can you fix this?
That's the family manager. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you do a lot.
But then, like, I'd be like, I say some stuff, and they'd be like, ha, 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 like a rude laugh in the face. And I'm like, whatever, y'all. I want y'all to start respecting me.
I don't want to skip all these lines, but it's upset. But you're not American. You're American, not Cameroonian.
That's what they said. I'm half, though. Like, there should be at least half that respect there. My sister was like, we can't speak the language, or we don't know the traditions. So, sorry for you. Oh, my gosh.
Read these comments. They're going fast.
Okay. Sophomore year was my best year in high school. No F's and D's, and I was on the baseball and football teams. Scrolling up, summa cum laude 3.9 to 4.0, magna cum laude 3.7 to 3.8, cum laude 3.5 to 3.6. That was my comfort zone, cum laude. Calling me a nerd. Let's see. A student will be awarded an honors student if they achieve a graduating GPA of 3.6 to 3.9. A student will be awarded high honors if achieving a GPA of 4.0. Spicy. Dion's GPA was magna cum's laugh. The new generation, these young generations of folks, I tell you, Zoop, they just disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I say that like.
At what age, when everyone's age don't matter no more?
Like friend groups or?
Yeah, it's like what age do y'all consider we all the same age now?
I mean, like, I feel like when you start working, you start working with people. Like, when you enter the workforce, you're going to meet people all different ages that you feel like you can talk to or take you under your wing. You'll be surprised. Like, I remember being like 23, 24, being like, wow, they're like 35 with husband and kids, but we really be talking about stuff. Like, and that just like, so I think you start feeling that age gap decrease. When I worked at West Angeles, they were rude with it because you were just babies and children the whole time because everybody was so old. But yeah,
I think once you get past age 25, people don't give you no more grace to, oh, you still young. They'll be
25
like,
to 28. I think 28 is like, you're a real adult. Figure it out.
Yeah. Like, you can't get me these parking tickets, man. Grow up.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
What you mean you can't pay your phone bill? You can't say that. Like, I mean, when I say it's normalized now. Here we go. This is even better. What is an age? What is an age gap of better? What is the youngest age no one would judge you for dating that person? Because now it's like, oh, I mean, he's an adult now, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. People always have something to say though. Like,
what's the
that's
distance?
Assuming.
Because if I was dating a 25-year-old,
there's gonna be judgment.
Why?
Because people always judge. That's my whole point. Like, it's 15 years difference. And people are going to be like, oh, well, they still have a lot to learn or a lot to grow. The maturity isn't there.
What was the senior? My senior.
15 years older?
If I was dating a 65-year-old woman.
Okay, Stella better get her groove.
I'm sorry, 55.
Stella better get her groove back. That's all I'm saying.
But will they be saying that to her? Girl, he got so much stuff to grow.
No, no, I think that's fair.
Ooh, excuse me. What's let me say? Dion gave Stella the groove. All right. Her friends be judging. Like, what is an age where?
I mean, like, if you have nothing going for yourself, and you're like, girl, that's just that young man ain't got nothing but.
They could be the same age. They still do that.
Well, that's true. That's true. I am them. But don't be a they. Don't be they. Why do you care about they, Dion? Who is they?
Hey, man, they is real. If a lot of people telling you, hey, that's not the wisest move, would you still do it? If somebody was like, my experience, I lost a lot of money on that stock. You'd be like,
yeah.
But the Lord is telling me to invest in Disney. Hey, I'm telling you, it happened last time. I lost a lot of money. Hey, call Paul. Yeah. It's just same.
I think like something that I felt that I needed to do. If it was something I felt that I needed to do, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna look at it very closely. I'm gonna keep an eye on this, and if I feel like at any time I need to cash out, I will. That type of thing. Like I tend to learn from other people's mistakes, but then there is something in me that has to, like, if I'm dead set on it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, I hear you, but this is going down. Thank you for caring. I don't care. I'm a grown woman. I'm gonna do it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Thanks for the words from our sponsors. We're about to wrap it up. I think that's been an hour, right? Don't go by that.
I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I've been live
for
4 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, we started this mug at 10, I think.
12.
12, yeah, 12.
I got the notification.
Hey, I didn't even like men. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Like men in their 20s.
I ain't gonna read that no more.
When I was in my 20s, couldn't imagine going back to that for anything seriously. For play maybe, but for reals, yeah, no. Them little 20-year-old babies can keep that.
What's the youngest? I don't know what y'all ages are, but what is the youngest you would date, and what is the oldest you would date? If you were single, what is the oldest you would date, and what is the youngest you would date?
You first.
As in, it doesn't matter your age. I'm just gonna say your senior and your.
Yeah, you first.
The youngest I would date, and we are a great vibe, not just because hey she look good. I'll say 25.
Really? That's that man in you. The youngest I would date is 35.
The oldest I would date is 26. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio, baby. You know? I would say the oldest I would date would be, I would say 45.